Hello, everybody. Welcome to the coaching corner. I missed you guys. As always, if you see me turn to my left, I am going live on my IG. Okay. So, you already know the vibes. You already know what I'm doing. So, before I start, I just want to say Ramadan Mubarak to everyone celebrating Ramadan. We're in the last few days. Oh my gosh. Yes, we're in the last few days of Ramadan. So it's like alhamdulillah. It has gone by so fast. I feel like we just started fasting. Lord have mercy. So, as always, before we get started, share out this live. So, share it out with teachers, share it out with some parents, share the live out, and I'm going to share it out on my Instagram as well. We have a special guest with us today. So, make sure you share out this live, and I'm doing the same thing. Share it out with as many people as possible, teachers, parents. We're going to share out this live. Share it out. Share it out. Don't forget to say hello in the chat. Those of you in the chat, don't forget. All right. Sharing. And I always just like do the max till I can't share no more. I just do that all the time. All right. There we go. Send. All right. So welcome everybody. So as you all know, we are relaunching our Master the IEP course. This is one of our passion projects. We love the Master IEP course because I love talking about the IEP. That's what I do because I'm an IEP coach. Duh. So yes, we love talking about the IEP, and I love the course because I get to help people read and understand the IEP. That brings me so much joy because they're able to advocate. Wait, can't hear me? Hold on. Hold up. Can you hear me now? Let me see. Can you hear me now? Oh, okay. I'm good. So I love the course because I love teaching people how to understand the IEP and read it, so that way they're just more equipped and they're more prepared and they're empowered to advocate for themselves and their students. So I said, why not reach out to a past client who took the course? So yeah, so today we have a guest with us, and I'm gonna bring him in right now. Welcome to the show, Coaching Corner Montez Brown. Welcome.
So, how you feeling today, Jamila?
Good. So, I want you to join the IG live too. I want to see. So, come on to the IEP Coach LLC page and come on to the live because I want the people on IG to be able to see you too. Be like, who is she talking to? Um, I want them to, see you as well.
What's the name again? I'm trying
The
to look it
IEP Coach LLC. Don't forget the LLC part because some people just do the IEP Coach. So, yes. So, yeah. And hello, Cultivated Connections. Hello, Boss Lady Kia One or Kaya One. Welcome.
Cultivated Connections.
Oh, you're here. Hold on. You join the live. Let me see. I see you.
I just turned the
Okay.
volume down.
I just invited you. Do you see it?
Yep.
Okay, let me turn this down. Wait a second. Okay.
So I turned the volume off on IG.
Yes. All right. He's going to need earbuds. Can you hear us? Are we both going to need earbuds? Oh, okay. Let me see. Because I got my earbuds too. Oh, wait, they're right here. Okay. Let me put my earbuds in. Can you hear us? Let me see. All right. Can you hear?
I can hear echo.
All right. You hear an echo?
Yeah.
Wait.
In mine.
A big echo. Hold up. Let me see. Okay. Let me go into. Let me see. Do you hear echo now? Still hear it? Hello? Was it Naja? Do you hear echo now? Move phone away from computer. Hold up.
Yeah. I just turned the volume down on the computer,
Oh, let me
so
turn the
I
volume
turned it
down. Let
off.
me see if that works. Okay. Hold up. Is that okay? Better, better, better. Good, good, good. All right. So we're in both places. Yes.
Perfect.
All right. IG, Facebook, Instagram, everybody. I'm glad. And I'm just going to double check the audio on LinkedIn just to make sure we sound good on LinkedIn, because just on like Facebook and everything. Instagram, everybody. I'm glad. And I'm just great. We sound good. Oh, I am so happy. All right. Let's just get on into it. So, first of all, introduce yourself, Montez. Let people know who you are. What do you do? And everything.
So yeah, so my name Montez Brown, and I'm a first grade teacher, grade team lead. I've been teaching at Master Charter for about 5 years now. Yeah, that's just a little bit about myself. I don't like to talk too much about myself.
What grade you teach?
I teach first grade. I
Oh,
went
you
from
like the little
first,
kid.
yeah, I went from first to second, so I'm mainly K2.
Okay, you like the little kids. I like the older
Yeah,
ones. I like the I like the
I
older ones.
no, I'm good where I'm at. It's a difference. It's a different animal up there with
I can
the
imagine, but you
older
know what?
age.
Yeah, I think like they're so cute, but I'm like, I don't want you telling you, I don't want you to go home and tell your mom I hurt your feelings because I said something to you.
She said turn down one of the device.
Hold
I
on,
hear as well.
turn down one of oh, hold on, let me do that. Okay, is that better? I think it's better. I think it's better. All right, so can you share your story about like how you navigated instruction before prior to taking the course? Like how did you navigate your instruction with students that had an IEP prior to taking the course?
Um, it was to be honest, it was more so I would treat them like regular students inside of the classroom for more so than anything. So unless it was time to take a test. So when it came down to taking a test, those things were alter form, but mainly on the day to day basis, our regular lesson plans was not alter form at all. So that was like one of the biggest things that I noticed it changed since I took the course with the IEP lessons with you. But our what Mastery does though for the kids with IEPs, they have pull-out groups, so they do get to see you know other teachers that help them out with stuff that's on their level. But like in the grand scheme of things, like inside of the classroom, like my classroom with them, no. Unless it was like I said, time for like benchmarks or like major testing, then they would get a different test. But
Okay,
since
so
taking this course and like really getting to learn more about what the IEP is, diving deep into it, I'll be able to change like their exit tickets and stuff like that. Which is to them as a help because I get to show their parents, during the report card time too, like the exit ticket is different from the other kids, but this is it works for them, stuff like
okay.
that. So
So they did like, accommodations and things in the classroom. So you differentiated the exit ticket so that way the students could access it so they could, be successful in the classroom.
yes.
Okay, cool. So would you say that your school or administration offered you any training about IEPs?
So we do normally like PDs, but it's not like to the individual, which I don't like about that. This is my
All right, so
opinion.
so it's not
So
really tailored to.
not tell it to you, it's not tell it to your classrooms, not tell it to your students. It's just like real general. Now they in their defense, they do have people that work, specifically with the IEP with special education. So that's their job.
Mhm.
But at the same time, the students in our classroom at least 7 hours out of the day, 7 to 6 hours out of the day, they might only get pull ups maybe twice a day, maybe for half hour
Okay.
blocks, if that, or maybe 45-minute blocks. But they with us for most of the time. So I would like taking this course actually help, with my individual needs and questions that I had. Normally
Oh.
we study accent. We have like a hierarchy. I got to go to this person, ask them what should I do, and then they got to get back to me because they got to ask
Mhm.
this person and then ask this person. Versus, but I'm like, all right, I got what I need right from you. Within a couple of weeks, taking that course a couple of times, it just helped me out. So I just started doing a lot of things on my own.
Oh, okay. So, and I think a lot of people can relate to that, teachers and teachers that are on the live too. Like, though, if we got any teachers on the live, like, has that been your experience too, guys? Like, when you're having PD, it's not really tailored to what your needs are or what you need. You find that it's very general professional development. Any teachers in the chat, in the comments, you want to share? Because I know, like, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like in the classroom, it was like, this is it's all right, PD. But I'm like, I wish I had this because, okay, I teach reading. I want you to give me something more with reading. Or I teach a lot of students who, uh, let's say I'm a music teacher. It's like, okay, you got anything pertaining to music?
Yeah,
Um, Cultivated Connection said, yup, that has been my experience as an arts educator. So she's an arts educator, but she don't really get PD tailored to the arts or anything like that. And I can remember just like even with special education, I'm like, can you give me some more about maybe progress monitoring? That's what I'm working on, or behavior management. That's what that's what we're working on. It's like, you get your basic or you get pushed into a PD. It's like, well, here, everyone can benefit from this.
yeah,
Everyone takes this PD.
yeah. I definitely agree with you with that. It sometimes it seems like special education and school is like two different worlds. And normally, but our kids are in the same classroom, so
Mhm.
they got to find a way to better like to integrate them. Like that's what your course is for. Though. So it ain't my
Yes.
job; it's your jobs.
Thank you. And you know
But
what? It is. It is like that in some buildings. It's like in some schools, you got like special education teachers versus general education teachers, and it gets bad sometimes.
yeah,
It gets bad sometimes, and it's like we should work together. Like we need each other. Let's work together versus against each other. Like why do you think that is? Sometimes it's special ed against gen ed.
I think that happens. I'm just gonna speak. For me, in my experience, I think that sometimes they don't be on the same page, or they have two different directions they want to go with to help the child. So, for instance, like with the homework, we normally, as our grade band, like maybe like one cohort would print the homework for the whole floor, for the whole first grade band. So
Mhm.
that way, every teacher you don't have to do it every week. It's just it's up in your slot box for you to grade for the kids. It's like a way to help us save time, manage time. But at the same time, when you have kids that have IEP, though it doesn't tailor to them, with the homework. So one of our specialists was like, all right, well, I can make the homework. I could do the homework. And by us just communicating, she was able to do the homework and it worked out. It really worked out because she was able to give the kids on her caseload what they needed. Now, what happened is the other kids in the other cohorts, case managers wasn't giving them what they needed. So
Mm.
it kind of seemed like it was a problem, but she just took it, upon herself to do it. And
Mhm.
and the other case manager was like, well, I don't do homework. I'm here with you every day. Focus on the lesson plans that when I do the pullouts, but doing
Mhm.
homework that's a whole nother thing. That's your teacher to do the
Mhm.
homework. And that was like, one of the big things. But I'm glad that our case manager like actually do the homework for the kids on her caseload instead of my classroom. It's so much easier. Like, and another thing I know is like the communication between, the case manager
Mhm.
and the teacher and then the parent
Mm.
because it's two different voices. Sometimes it may be more than that sometimes, and the
Mhm.
parent be so confused. Like, and the parent
Yeah.
get like the short end of the stick of this when it comes to their child having
Right.
an IEP.
And that's true. IEP.conversations.matter says inclusivity matters. Students deserve high quality instruction from all teachers. And that is so true. And you hit it on the nail when you said like everyone's not on the same page. Because it's like when everyone's not on the same page, it's like, okay, well, I'm doing my thing here, you doing your thing over there. But it's like we have to like merge it together. Like okay, if whatever the lesson plan is, okay, how are we going to accommodate the student to access that instruction? Okay, how are we going to differentiate the whatever the activities, whatever the assignment is? How are we going to make that work so that way they can be successful to complete it? And I think sometimes, we have egos, and people are like, well, I don't want to, this is my classroom, I'm going to do
Yep.
what I want to do, and you in my classroom, and da da da. And it's like it can't work that way because
Yeah,
there's no unity in the instructional space.
I definitely agree with that. People
Yeah, there's no
egos come
unity.
into teaching, and it's kind of hard to tell a teacher who's been doing this for 20 years that you can come switch something up for
They
them.
ain't trying to hear it.
They're not trying to hear it.
They like, I'm old enough to be your mama or your dad, and
Yeah,
da da da. And it's like, it's not even about that. It's like you can merge the season with the new. Like
yeah.
you can do that. Like you just have to, I'll say, have enough of a open mind to do that and be able to receive it. Everyone's not able to receive perhaps a new way on how to do something. I want to say I was blessed. I want to say my last couple of years when I was teaching in Philly, it was a seasoned teacher. We both came to the transfer to the same school together, and we just clicked. Like she was old school. She was old school, but she would say, Jamila, show me what you just did, and I could show her. And then she would say, hey, this will help you a lot if you did this. So she really helped me with like management and things like that.
Excuse
And
me.
we
Yeah.
just merged everything together, and we had a great partnership. And the kids really thrived because we were working together, we were communicating together. So yeah. So you talked about the instruction, and then also not always having more specific professional development tailored to what it is that you need. So focusing on the IEP, like prior to the course, what was your biggest struggle or challenge navigating the IEP prior to taking the course?
Um, the language.
Yeah, that gets
This
everybody.
is talking about like the language, the terminology, and what. And I'm a teacher, and what this means and what that means, and how it's supposed to be like. How does it look in your classroom? Like that's a whole different thing because you can read something on paper, but you don't know how to put it in action inside of your
Hmm.
classroom with their goals, the intervention goals, and then how like you manage it when it's happening in a moment and you're
Yeah.
teaching and this behavior occurs and what are you supposed to do, and like that was like the biggest thing because it's like when you teaching like you know just like, oh, this is such and such plan. You can read over it and make sure that you try to like just be mindful of it when you teaching and stuff like that. And just like it's weird because you might have 5 or 6 kids in your classroom with an IEP,
Yeah.
and it's hard to remember everybody triggered. It's hard to remember that this student learned this way versus this student learned that way.
Hmm.
So it's not as clear and cut that I would like for it to
Yeah.
be. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
it's a different. It's very difficult, especially with the language and the terminology. We don't
Yeah.
speak. I'm a general education teacher. We don't speak Sped, so that's like one of the funniest things I always say. Like we don't speak Sped,
Yeah,
so we have to learn how
cultivated
to.
connections. She said that part, the language and terminology gets her. But like, yeah, I
Yeah.
think that applies to like a lot of like even parents, they get tripped up on the terminology too. They're like, what? IE
Yeah.
what? Or what's ER stand for? And what's that? And what's that? And it's like, oh, it's like, okay, let me break this down for you so that way you understand what it is. And it's like once you understand, it's like, oh, okay, 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 I got it, I got it, got it. So it's like, but yeah, that the terminology can definitely really throw you off if you don't really know the terms or what this means and how it applies to the classroom or how it applies to that. So you talked about the biggest like challenge. Okay, it was the language, the lingo, and everything. So fast forward, you took the course. How was it taking the course?
It wasn't that hard. Like I mean that in a good way. I think it was more so it was like I thought when I was going to take it that I was going to be like I'm back in school. I said, "Oh, I got to learn these terminology. I got these index cards out. Let me get everything together and start, doing flashcards and learn it." But you made it very easy going. It's kind of like you made it easy going for somebody who has a diploma or who has a degree. And I think that was very like powerful for it because powerful because it's like you broke everything down. You had like the notebook and you took step by step. You didn't like really overload us with too much information at one time. And you always give us homework like and it was simple homework like simple questions, simple tasks that to see if you can come back and remember it. And I think like I had in the class I was in, we had parents doing it too.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was like, I'm like, all right, if they and just watching them comment, we was doing on the Zoom watching them comment, and he was like, oh, this what this mean, or oh, now I know what he talking about when we have our
Yeah.
meetings and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, because it'd be like a disconnect, like so
Mm-hmm.
you get that thick packet of 60 pages in front of you, like you get overwhelmed, and as a
Yes.
teacher, I get overwhelmed too. So I just know how I can imagine how a parent feel, and then so, while taking the course, it was very easy to navigate. It was very easy to find what I'm looking for. Well, I needed to go back and look something up, which I think was like very helpful too as well.
All right. See, I told y'all it's not difficult. Well, I don't make it difficult. I don't know about
Yeah.
everybody else. I don't make it difficult. I make it easy for you to understand and go step by step because it can be overwhelming. I know it can. So that's why I break it down the way that I do so that it's easy for you to access it. It's easy for you to digest the information. And then also, just think about a kid in a classroom. They're getting new information just like you were getting new information. Okay, how is the teacher going to break this down so the kid can learn? So I think, and the reason I did that too is also just so you can um, kind of just be in the seat of the student to kind of know, okay, this is what a student goes through. And then also I wanted everyone to see like being on the other side. What do SPED teachers have to do when they're in a meeting or even when they have to prepare and all the data they have to collect just to create this document. So yeah. So after you made the course, after you took the course, how would you say the course transformed you as an educator?
It built me with the parents, the communication between parents with children who have IEPs versus before I didn't take this course. So that's like one of the biggest thing like I'm happy I took it because now I can talk to my parents and use the language both can communicate together well, and on top of that we both understand like the goals that the child needs to reach and how can we get them to achieve these goals in school and at home. So that was like the biggest thing like I took from like your courses. Like I could communicate with the parents about their child IEP and not feel like I don't know what to say or not feel like all right, hold on, let me get back with you. Let me call this person and call that person to reach out to you because I can't even explain it to you. And I'm your son's teacher or your daughter's teacher. So that was like taking this course really helped me with that.
All right. So before we go, tell the people why they should take the Master IP course.
All right, so hey, listen, you don't have to be an educator, but we all have children, especially for like black and brown children. As me being an educator, I see a lot of our kids are coming up in this generation are getting diagnosed and having like IEPs. So, not to get overwhelmed and not to get like flustered with things, I would say take this course. You want to know what's going on with your child. You want to help your child be able to come out of the IEP, and that's the ultimate goal anyway. Is to move them forward. Out of the IEP anyway. So you should take the course so you understand the goals and how to achieve it and know the terminology and also be able to help you understand the way your child learn and know your child triggers. Sometimes that we like you always see like the skits about the homework when you get frustrated with your child because they can't do it. But now if you take this course, you get to understand like what are your child goals are. You should be able to help them learn too, and their triggers. You should be able to help them learn better. So that's why I recommend you to take this course as a parent, especially if you're a young parent. Like trust me, it'll help you out.
What about the teachers?
If you're a teacher, don't be too like don't be too ignorant to the fact that you think because you've been in the classroom for 10 plus years and you've been working with SPED. I'm telling you, take it personally. It helped me out. Like I always said Sped is a different world unless you in that world. So most likely, if you're a regular general education teacher, you're not even dealing with Sped 24/7. So to take this course and get the insight what they go through, it would make you appreciate your case managers even more because they go through a lot too as well.
All right, thank you. That was so nice. We so appreciate it. And so
Thank you.
you heard it from Montez himself. He said, take this course. So right now, I'm dropping the link in the chat. I'm doing it on Instagram as well. So make sure you click the link so that way you can get on the wait list. We are launching next Tuesday. April 25th. I'm so excited. So definitely get on the wait list so that way you'll be the first to know when it goes live. And then, I'm so generous. I love to give out bonuses and things. So, of course, I'm going to make sure I look out for the people on the wait list, of course. So, you want to make sure you get on the wait list because you'll be the first to know when it goes live and have access to those bonuses. And it's also I also put in the comments for Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. Get on a list. Get on the list. That's all
Yes.
I have to say. Montez, do you have anything else you want to share with the audience before we head on out?
Um. No, I hate talking, and I'm a teacher. I do. But just make sure that y'all join this program. It will really help you out. Trust me, I did it myself.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you
Take
so
care.
much. All right. So you heard it from Montez himself. He said, take this course, enroll it. If you're a teacher, if you're a parent, it is going to help you understand the IEP, which is going to help you help your child, help your student. It's going to help you so much. It's just going to open your mind up so much more because you have a better understanding of the IEP. So make sure you click the link www.masterIEP.com slash get on the list so that way you can get on the wait list. MasterIEP.com / get on the list so that way you'll be the first to know when the course goes live. I can't wait for you guys to take advantage of this course and to just transform yourselves. All right. So for anyone that's new to my page, I am Jamila, aka the IEP Coach. I am the founder and lead clinician at the IEP Coach LLC. We help principals keep their special education teachers from leaving by providing professional development and group coaching tailored to their needs. You heard Montez say earlier, like he wish he had PD more tailored to his needs. This is what we do. We tailor it to their needs. So that way they're more likely to stay because they're getting the training and they're also getting supported. So that makes sense. They're going to stay. We are, okay. And also we have our ebooks and we have our course, our Master the IEP course. So make sure you get on that list. Get on the list so you're the first one to know when we go live. We are launching next Tuesday, April the 25th. 2023. Be there. I can't wait for you guys to, take this course. And as always, we go live every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this is perfect. We're going to go live anyway, and we're going to launch the course. So I will see you guys next week. Everyone who is celebrating Ramadan Mubarak. We got a few more days. And then it's going to be the Eid, our holiday. And we can celebrate, and eat some good food and all that shit and have fun with the family and everything. So I will see you all next week.